Hi. I think I'm live. I'm just doing this new thing where I'm going live on Facebook and on Instagram at the same time, so bear with me. But this is not going to be a regular thing. I just want to show Instagram that, hi girl. I'm just here to show Instagram that these are the kind of lives that I'm doing inside my Facebook group, which is happening weekly, and you can get access to it when you join my Facebook group. But this is not going to happen usually. This is just one, you can call it a trailer of these are the kind of lives that I'm doing inside Facebook every hi girl, hi Emirates. These are the kind of lives that are going to happen inside my Facebook group every single week on Friday at the same time. Okay, so today's live topic is about how to have a sold out launch. Like, what are the secrets to a sold out launch? And if you're watching this live, just say hi, or if you're just watching this as a replay, say make sure that you add a hashtag replay so that I know that you are watching this. And we are just going to start with what is this about, right? I talk about sold out launches a lot, and I've seen that many people actually make a lot of mistakes when they are trying to launch something, which sets their launch to a failure, which shouldn't be happening, right? So I'm going to talk about a lot of things, what you should be doing that will set your launch to a success and to a sold out launch. How can you have sold out launch? So if you have, let's say, 10 spots, you're selling out all of those 10 spots. How can you make that happen? That is what we are going to talk about today. Okay, so there are a lot of things that happen during a launch. You know that there is a pre-launch, there is a pre-launch, and then we do the actual launch where we start selling, we open doors, we start selling, and then let me just check if I have any comments. Okay, yeah, so we do the open doors and then we close the doors. That is the main launch thing, right? Most people know about this. But here's the thing. The first thing to have a sold out launch is that you want to make sure that you have the pre-launch and pre-launch done the right way. The problem with this is that when you have done the pre-launch the right way, you can actually warm up your audience the right way. Because when you haven't done it the right way, what will happen is that your audience wouldn't be warm enough and you would be launching to a cold audience, which is why you would have only 1 or 2 signups, and you would be like, okay, that launch failed. And because you planned a lot, you did a lot of hard work, let's say most launches that most people do is like you just do it for 8 weeks or like 12 weeks, and that 12 weeks of extended launch just makes you feel like I'm just exhausted right now, I don't have any energy, and you feel like giving up at all, right? That shouldn't be happening after a launch. If you see me, I'm always in the launch mode. How am I doing that? Because I know how to warm up my audience, I know how to pre-launch and all of the things that I'm going to talk about today. But that is the whole thing. That is why you want to make sure that you're doing it the right way. What happens with a pre-launch not done? What happens when you haven't done the pre-launch right way is that your audience wouldn't be warm, they would be cold, and they would feel like they wouldn't be ready to buy from you. That is the purpose of having a warmed up audience, right? So what do you do during a pre-launch? Most people, what most people do is that during a pre-launch, they think like, okay, I'm just going to share something's coming for an extended period of 14 days. Your audience gets tired of that something's coming, and you just show your excitement. That is what you see most of the big entrepreneurs doing, and you think that that is what they are doing. But there's a lot that is happening behind the scenes that you cannot reverse engineer, which is why what you need to be doing, let me just a minute. Okay, I think I have some comments going on over here. Give me a moment. Okay, so what happens with that is that you're just saying again and again, something's coming for an extended period of 14 days, and you feel your audience feels tired of listening to that, and they lose their excitement, you lose your excitement because you don't know what to share, right? Pre-launch is not just about showing excitement and something's coming. Yes, those are parts of pre-launch, but it's not just that. The main purpose of pre-launch is to actually share the right messaging, prime your audience with the right messaging. That is the main purpose of your pre-launch. So what do you do during a what do you do during priming them with the right messaging? That is what I'm going to share as well in a bit. But let me share with you what we actually need to be doing during a pre-launch and a pre-launch. Okay, so what do we do? First thing is that pre-launch is more about positioning yourself as an expert in the topic of your offer. Because if your audience doesn't see you as an expert in that topic, why would they pay you to learn from you? What most people do is that, okay, I'll share one of the things that I shared a few days ago on my stories, and this is something that I'm also sharing in my Get Clients highlight. If you go to my Get Clients highlight, you'd find that over there as well. But this is something that, and this is a mistake as well that a lot of people make. Okay, so here's what happens. Here's how their launch goes. There's a point A. Hi. There's a point A and there's a point B. Point A is where your audience is currently, and they are struggling right now. And then point B is the transformation, the result that they desire. This is where they want to go. This is their goal, right? Now there's a point C, point customer, in between point A and point B. This point customer is the point where your audience is ready to buy. Okay, now your audience is ready to buy at this point. Your purpose through your free content is to get them from point A to point customer so that they are ready to buy. And now after that point customer, you take them from point customer to point B inside your paid offer, right? That is the whole purpose. Now, the biggest mistake that people make to get your audience from point A to point customer is that they use the customer journey to get them from point A to point customer. Now, the problem over here is that when you use a customer journey to get them from point A to point B, is that you are only making them aware of the problem, you're making them aware of the solution, but the problem is that they will be ready to buy. They are now ready to buy, but it's not related to your offer. It's like you haven't prepared them for your offer because you didn't have an offer messaging particular to your offer. Right? So you're making them aware of the problem, you're making them aware of the solution, you're making them ready to buy, but you would see that they end up buying from your competitor. That happens to a lot of people. The reason is that you did all of that hard work to take them from point A to point customer, but you made them ready, not specifically for your offer. That is the biggest mistake, which is why your offer messaging should be the thing that takes them from point A to point customer, not just the customer journey. The customer journey is not specific to your offer, which is why most people feel like, okay, my audience is very warm. I'm having a lot of people are actually engaging with me. I'm getting a lot of engagement, a lot of interaction going on my profile, but it's not happening because people are not buying because it's not specific to your offer. You have to make them ready to buy from you. You are not just making them ready to buy. That is generic. You have to make them ready to buy from you. That is the purpose. So this is a mistake that most people make, which is why, so we were talking about the pre-launch. What pre-launch is about? Pre-launch is more about positioning yourself as an expert in the topic. Your audience wouldn't buy from you if they don't see you as an expert. Right? They can get a lot of information from you. They'll grab a lot of information, but then they will buy from someone else who they actually see as an expert. That is a problem, right? So positioning yourself as an expert is one of the purposes of pre-launch phase. Next purpose is to position your offer such that it stands out from similar offers in the market. This is where your offer messaging comes in. You want to position your offer such that there's nothing else like this out there. Where is the gap? What gap is your offer filling in? That is what the purpose of pre-launch is. When you've done this during this pre-launch phase, when your audience isn't, they don't have any objection around she's selling to me or not. Hi, so many golden nuggets, thank you so much. When you're doing this during the pre-launch phase, right? And at this point, your audience doesn't have any objection because you're not selling something, right? Your audience are more percepting to this, more perceptible to get to be sold to this messaging because you're not selling at this point. That is when they're sold on your offer messaging. And when they're sold on your offer messaging, that makes your offer unique than every other offer out there. That is when they're sold on your offer as well. So when you go out and open the doors during the launch phase, what happens is that your audience is already sold on the messaging. So you don't have to sell the offer directly. Your audience just sells themselves on your offer because they know that this offer is completely different from anything else out there. This is why it is important. This is why offer messaging is so important. So first thing is to position yourself as an expert in the topic. Second purpose of your pre-launch is to position your offer such that it stands out from similar offers in the market. Third thing is to build awareness around the problem and the solution. This is where the point A, point B, point customer comes in. You actually build awareness around what is the problem because your solution is going to be different. So you have to show them the gap. Where is the gap? Make them aware of the gap. And when you have done that, then you provide a solution. And the next thing is to actually connect that solution to your offer. Now all of it makes sense. There's a problem in the market that no one else is solving. So we are not actually just completely changing the problem out there. So for example, this my launch program, that is not completely different from what everyone else is selling, but I have a gap. I've found a gap that no one else is talking about, that no one else is teaching. And when I actually make my audience aware about that gap, that is when my offer becomes unique. Right? So that is why it's really important that you make them aware of the problem, give them the unique solution of that problem, and then connect that solution to your offer. How do you do this? The way that you do this, the way in which you can do this, that is what is called priming with the right messaging. That is one skill that if you've learned it once, it will stay with you forever and you can just sell your offers with ease. Literally. That is what I teach inside the Clients Accelerator program. Okay, so that is one thing, pre-launch. The next thing is, so we talked about how important it is to prime your audience with the right messaging. Right? Now, how do we do that? The second part of the second secret to a sold out launch is having a strong offer messaging. It is very important. That is how we talk about the priming them with the right messaging. That is the next thing, strong offer messaging. You have to have that. So what does a strong offer messaging do? A strong offer messaging, hi Anna. A strong offer messaging showcases the unique problems in the market, the gaps that no one else is talking about, and then builds awareness around those gaps, then provides a solution. Same thing that we talked about, and then provides the solution. These are the gaps that are actually holding your audience back from providing them the results, from bringing them the results. You have to find these gaps. I do this with my clients inside the Clients Accelerator. I do this with them finding the gaps in the problem, in the whole offer that everyone else is sharing, and then that is how you make your offer unique. Right? So building awareness around these problems, around these gaps, and these are the gaps that are holding your audience back from actually getting the results that they want, and providing a solution to these gaps and connect it to the offer. That is the whole thing. That is what an offer messaging does. This is called priming them with the right messaging. How to share that messaging is another thing. So you know that this is what you need to do. That is all what we do behind the scenes. So this is why you can see, this is why when you actually see all of the big influencers actually launching their offers, you cannot reverse engineer all of these things. You can only see them, okay, they are just saying something's coming and they are building excitement and they are sharing the offer details and all of these things. But all of the behind the scenes things that are happening behind the scenes, you cannot actually reverse engineer this part, which is very important, which sets the launch to having a sold out launch, right? Which is why this is so important. So how to share that messaging is the next thing. So the first thing that we talked about is the pre-launch phase. That is the secret to a sold out launch. The second thing is to have a strong offer messaging. That is the second secret to a sold out launch. And the third secret to the sold out launch is having how to share your messaging, which is called desire building. You don't just share your message in a way that you just shared everything and then you don't have anything to share in your paid offer. There's a way in which we actually share that builds desire inside your audience to get inside your program. Okay, I'll give you one example. So many people know, okay, this is also one of the examples of how you just see someone doing things and you're like, okay, that is the secret, and you do that and it does not bring you result, and you see that person, that influencer who is doing this, that person is getting result. Why? So the problem is that, for example, we all know that a lot of people during launch, they do masterclasses, let's say a 3-day masterclass, or challenges, let's say a 3-day challenge, right? Now what happens with that is that you only see the masterclass and the challenge, but the messaging that they share inside the masterclass and the challenge, what do they share, what do they not share, and how do they build desire for the offer inside that masterclass? What is the topic of that masterclass? How does it relate to the offer? All of these things are very important when it comes to launching an offer that sets your launch to a sold out launch. Okay? So desire building is all about what to share, what not to share, how to share your messaging, how exactly to share your messaging, how to share the information in such a way that it builds desire for the offer. This is very important. When you don't do this the right way, your audience wouldn't want to buy your program. Even if your messaging is really good, you want to know how to build desire for the offer. What is unique in the offer? Why? How to share it? That is so important. How to talk about your offer that builds desire to join your offer. That is what you want. So that is the whole desire building part. There's also one of the reasons why you do a masterclass and it doesn't convert, because you don't know how to share the messaging, in fact, I see a lot of people actually doing masterclasses and the topic is completely wrong, right? If I was doing a masterclass, if this live training, let's say it was to have a funnel, to create a funnel to actually get my audience inside the sold out launches and my clients accelerator, if I was doing this for that, then what I would be doing is, this wouldn't be the topic of this live training. There would be a topic that would be completely different. There would be a topic that would be completely different for the masterclass if I was doing this live training to get people inside the clients accelerator, inside my program, which is about launching. But I'm doing this just to give information, just to provide information. This is not to create a funnel to get you inside something. Even though I'm going to share the details of my program at the end of this live training, but this is not about creating a funnel to get you inside my programs, because this is just not the topic that I would choose. There is a way to choose a right topic that will take your audience from the masterclass to your offer being the natural next step. This is very important. Okay, so we talked about three things that are the secrets to having a sold out launch. One is pre-launch done the right way. Very important. When you haven't done it the right way, your audience wouldn't be warm. Warmed audience means that they are ready to buy from you. They are excited, but it's not just about excitement. They are aware of the problem. They are aware of the solution. They know that you have the solution. The second thing is strong offer messaging that sets your offer apart from other similar offers out there. How do you find the gaps in the market? How do you find that? Also, one of the things I've seen a lot of people making mistake around is that they create the offer first. A very big problem, because when you've created, and this has happened to me personally, when you create the offer first and then you think of, now let's just market the offer. Now, I'm not saying that you wouldn't be able to sell the offer. What I am saying is that when you think of marketing last, right, you would come up with so many new nuggets, so many new ideas to sell your offer in a completely different way, that you would be like, okay, I want to share in this way, but this is not included in my offer. And if I want to include this in my offer, I would have to change a lot of things that inside the offer that I've already created, and I don't know where the thing that I want to add will fit. Right? So let's say you come up with a new framework to market the offer, and you are not at all talking about that framework, that whole the framework on which your whole program is based on. Now, if you're not talking about that at all inside your offer, and now because you've already created the offer, you don't know how to actually put it in, that is going to be a huge problem, right? This is why as soon as you get an offer idea, it's very important to actually create the offer messaging first. Create the offer messaging first. How are you going to sell the offer? Think of that first. And then create the offer. I actually don't even create offers first. I just sell them first. I create the messaging, I sell them first. I see if people are grabbing it, and then I create it. I pre-sell my offers. This is possible because I know how to create an offer messaging that sets my offers apart. Different. Right? So first thing, pre-launch done the right way. Second thing, strong offer messaging. Third thing, desire building. All of these things are very important to bring you a sold out launch. If you don't know how to, if someone just helps you with offer messaging, but you don't know how to share that offer messaging in a way that it builds desire, how to share it in story format, how to share it in post format, how to share it in email format, that is not going to work. Messaging is just like a few statements that you have, but how do you actually share it? This is something that I'm going to teach inside the sold out launches, which is going to be a part of the Clients Accelerator. And when you have all of these things together, you would have a sold out launch. So I'm going to teach this inside the sold out launches, which is actually starting at 14th February, and all of the modules are going to be dripped inside the Clients Accelerator. So it will be dripped, which means that on 14th February you would get the first module dripped, and then it would keep dripping on until all of the modules are released. There are 8 modules, which means that we have 8 weeks together inside the Clients Accelerator. Also, like, the whole Clients Accelerator is a 12-week program, so we would be together doing it together. Like, it is so good to have this. So I highly recommend that if you're thinking of joining the Clients Accelerator, join before this, because you will get access to the whole momentum that we are creating with this sold out launches that I'm releasing starting from 14th February. I loved the date 14th February. That is why I selected it. Okay, so that is it that I wanted to talk about inside this live training, all about secrets to a sold out launch. These are actually the secrets. If you actually learn all of these 3 things, how to do these 3 things, you would be unstoppable. You can sell any program even if you're not launching. Here's the secret to how I'm always in the launch mode. I don't have launch on and launch off modes, because I know these three things really well and I can do this again and again, and yet I don't feel that draining energy that you have after the offer, after the launch, right? You have that like, I'm so tired, I cannot do anything, right? I don't have that because I'm always in the launch mode, and I'm in the launch mode always because I know how to do these things well. It doesn't drain me. It's one of my expertise, and that is why I am able to do this. Okay, so that is what I wanted to talk about in this live. I just want to give you a little bit of details. One of the few details that I want to give you about the offers is that, one thing, if you want to join the Clients Accelerator, I would highly suggest that you join before 14th Feb so that you get momentum of the whole sold out launches being released, dripped. It will be released in a drip format. And then there's another program, Story Sales, to which you also get 8-week access to me. It would be a Voxer support access. You get access to me for 8 weeks. We would be in Voxer. I would have my eyes on your business for the whole 8 weeks, and you get to ask me all of the questions. You get to ask me, how do I sell my offer? You get to review your stories with me, story plan with me, all of the things. Story Sales is all about how you actually sell your offers on stories every single day and get sales weekly without actually annoying your audience. If you sell every single day, how to actually do it without annoying your audience, right? So that is what Story Sales is about, but you will get sales from Story Sales. It's one of the programs that I'm very proud of that I've created, but once this sold out launches is going to be released, I'm more proud of sold out launches, literally. So the Clients Accelerator is going to have the sold out launches is part of the Clients Accelerator, so you can join any of these if you are looking for one-on-one access to me, and if you are looking for any course or masterclass kind of thing, then you can get inside any of the programs that I have, like weekly. I have every month one training going on, and currently one training that is going on is Consistent Income Masterclass. That is happening in February as well. I think on 8th or 9th. I haven't released the dates yet, but the Consistent Income Masterclass is all about how you actually predictably plan your next income month, how you predictably plan the recurring income for the next month, and how you also, one of the very good things that I'm teaching inside the Consistent Income Masterclass is that you will learn how to bring back the same high cash month that you had before, how to bring that back and then keep it consistent. If you had like $5,000 one month and you don't know how to replicate it, and you're having second thoughts on maybe I got lucky, maybe it was a fluke, I will show you how to bring it back and then keep it consistent. So that is like amazing. It's available right now at just $57. It's the most affordable thing that you can get from my offer suite right now. That is it that I have for you today. You can also join 1 year of trainings with me. The link is not in bio. I'll add it in the bio, but it is about 1 year of trainings. It's all about all of the trainings that I do for the whole year. You get access to all of those at a lower rate. So for example, right now the Consistent Income Masterclass is available at $57, but the monthly pay for your 1 year of trainings would be lower. So currently it's running at $27 per month, but it is increasing tomorrow. If you're thinking of joining this right now, you can join as well. That is it, and I hope that you enjoyed this. If you're watching this as a replay, just let me know. Put a comment, #replay, so I know that you're watching this. And I loved having you here. Thank you so much to everyone for joining. I love you so much. See you next time. Thank you.